Yo, welcome back to Yo Nerd, the podcast where we talk about nerd culture news, share our opinions, and debate on pretty much anything. I'm Jase.
I'm Zion.
I'm Noah.
And real quick, guys, if you're not already following us on Instagram, TikTok, subscribing to us on YouTube, go follow us. I know we haven't been as consistent for those of you who do watch our videos, but this week we will be consistent like we were before. It's just been
It's been busy.
Yeah, just been a lot. Travel with the holidays and stuff. But speaking of which, hope y'all had a happy Thanksgiving, but it is Christmas time now.
It's Christmas time.
Let's go. Let's go.
Are you guys Christmas post Thanksgiving, or do you do a little bit pre?
Always post Thanksgiving. I don't believe in this Christmas tree up nonsense before Thanksgiving. Disrespect.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. I needed a little bit this year.
Nah, I
had to put it up early. I'm not gonna lie. It was like a week ago. I still had to do it.
The disrespect on Thanksgiving is crazy. It just gets ignored. They're like, oh, we'll put up our Christmas tree a day after Halloween, and then Thanksgiving. I guess
that goes
is just
too
in there.
far, I will say. But I'm kind of starting to feel like it's a holiday season. And Christmas is the main holiday, but Thanksgiving is like a little interlude.
That is the definition of disrespect.
That's disrespect.
The disrespect on Thanksgiving needs to stop. But we'll have that conversation another time.
Yeah.
But anyways, it is Christmas time now, regardless. And as you can see, we got the tree up. We got some decorations up here. And we're going to talk today about just our favorite media when it comes to nerd culture, but also Christmas. So we'll get right into it.
All right, so today we're talking about all of our favorite nerd Christmas projects. And then after, we're going to briefly share our favorite just overall Christmas stuff. But obviously, we're Yo Nerds. We're going to talk about all the Star Wars superhero stuff that's related to Christmas time.
Yep.
So, guys, give me some of your favorites starting off. Noah, you wanna start us off?
You were supposed to start. We all said Zion, start off. You have the most.
I thought he meant start off the segment.
No, start off the list.
Oh, my bad.
No, you're good. Just you go first, though.
We'll just cut that off.
No. We're good. We're good.
Hey, we're real. We keep it real. All right. So the first thing that I like to visit when it becomes Christmas time, I sadly can't because I moved away from my family's house and am too broke to get a PS5. But when it's Christmas time, there is no better game to turn on than Miles Morales.
Yep.
Initially from the PS4, but on the PS5.
Yeah.
The game is set during Christmas time. It's winter. It's snowing. You could go around the city and there's like Christmas decor everywhere. It's just a whole vibe. There's something about it where it's just like the game isn't obviously centered around Christmas, but that's just the entire atmosphere of the game. And I remember the first Christmas that we got a PS5. And that was the first game we had when we had the PS5. So I just remember Christmas Day playing Miles Morales. So there's just something nostalgic about it for me. I love that game. So I love visiting it during Christmas time.
Yeah, I love playing that game so much.
So
just
good.
Even if you're playing for like 10, 15 minutes and just like swinging around the city.
Ultimate stress relief.
Yeah, it's so good.
It's so good.
I was just playing the other day.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Dude, that's awesome. All right, who's next?
I'll go next. I guess staying on the Spider-Man theme here, I'm saying No Way Home. Obviously, the movie itself isn't like centered around Christmas. Like
That's fair.
You see towards the end when he has his new suit, you see he's swinging over the Rockefeller Center. There's a big tree, and that movie came out in December, if I'm not mistaken. Like It was already Christmas time. Seeing that movie in theater was different. That was such a great experience.
Yeah.
Like if I had to rank my movie theater experiences, Endgame would probably be number one.
Mm-hmm.
No Way Home is definitely up
No
there.
Way Home might be one for me.
Really?
It might be.
More than Endgame?
It might be. Zion, you don't remember how hype we got?
No, I remember.
We got hype, but I don't know if you actually were you with us in it?
Yes,
Yeah.
I was.
Oh,
I was at
for
Chinese
Endgame.
theater in Endgame with you guys.
Okay.
Yeah,
But I was a little younger.
that's
Yeah, you
true.
probably don't remember
Zion,
it fully, bro.
you don't.
No Way Home
When
was
Andrew
hype.
came on the screen, Zion.
Nah,
Me and
y'all-
Jase were sitting next
No,
to each
y'all
other.
don't understand because this was still during like COVID.
COVID.
I had my mask on. Somehow,
He
when
ripped-
Andrew came on the screen, my mask broke.
He ripped it off.
No
He
idea how
literally
that
ripped
happened.
it off.
I don't know what happened, but yeah,
that was high.
no,
bro.
that was so good. That was so good.
Yeah, but that last scene,
Mm-hmm.
oh man, that made me want a Spider-Man movie at Christmas time.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Which superheroes or projects would you guys like to see in Christmas time?
Superman.
I want to see Batman personally. There's been talk about the Batman 2 being in winter.
in Christmas time.
I would die.
Because they did the last one at Halloween. That was that was.
I
pretty good.
would die.
I could see that.
Bro, give it to me, please.
I don't know. I mean, if we can get like a full Spider-Man movie, in Christmas,
in winter,
winter
in New York,
like a Hawkeye theme, but Spider-Man.
Yeah,
that'd be good.
Yeah, that's dope. Noah.
Speaking of which, for me, my first one was Hawkeye. Don't stop hating.
Nah, that show's trash. Anyway,
but honestly,
it is very Christmassy.
One of the only reasons it's that high on my list is because of the Christmas vibes. Like, it's Christmas all the way throughout, from the first episode to the last. It elevates that show so much.
That's the only thing it has going for it.
Bruh.
The characters are great as well. But the Christmas
vibe was strong.
Fantastic in that. Speaking of that, if you like the Hawkeye show, or like Jase think it should have been better, there's a fantastic comic run that show is based on. It's Hawkeye by Matt Fraction. And they actually based the show on one of the issues within that run where it's Hawkeye at Christmas time. One of the most creative comics I've ever read. That's a side point, but like highly recommend that run. It's a great show for Christmas. Okay, show overall. My next pick, speaking of comic books, if you haven't gotten into comic books, just give it a shot. Give it a shot online. Look at some YouTube videos about comic books. My first one, which is probably, it's getting to be one of my favorite Christmas projects ever, is right up here. It's called Batman Noel. Now, this story is essentially the Christmas Carol, the whole story with Scrooge and everything, but with Batman as Scrooge. And it follows Batman like Christmas Eve night, and it's kind of retelling the Christmas Carol story, but in the DC universe, and it follows a Batman that's become very like hardened and uncaring and all that, and he kind of recaptures his humanity. Written and drawn by the fantastic Lee Bermejo, who almost has this like realistic looking art in the book. Like, some of the most stunning art you'll see in a comic book is in this story. I just can't recommend it enough. And I also have I have a weird thing that I do when I'm reading it. But one day I was reading this comic recently. It was like last year.
Okay,
I discovered this. I'm like, you know what? This would be a great comic to read with like some kind of music behind it. Like, and sometimes when I'm reading comics, I just like some instrumental behind it, or maybe something from a movie, whatever. So
oh gosh.
I turn on, hear me out, Polar Express. I believe, hold on. I believe the track is Seeing is Believing. It's that like eerie soundtrack within the Polar Express. No words or anything. It's just instrumental. Bro, I was transported to a different place.
I thought you were about to say like when they were singing on the train. I wish upon us. Yeah,
why we both go to the same
I know.
It's a vibe. Just trust me on it. Have it playing in the background. Read the comic. It's crazy.
Yeah. My next pick, I don't know, honestly. I think my next pick, because there's not too much.
Yeah.
But I probably would say Shazam. I enjoyed All right, Noah, over to you. I just tweaked, bro. Yep, Shazam was a great movie. It was set at Christmas time. Noah? Over to
Hold
you.
hold on. I would say Shazam's probably one of the highlights.
Yeah.
The now dead DCU.
Oh, for
Thankfully.
sure.
Is Shazam the best thing to come out of the DCU?
Heck no. What the heck? No.
Nah.
Man of Steel is. Man of Steel, then
I
Wonder
like-
Woman.
Heck no.
Man
nah,
of Steel,
Shazam
Wonder
is
Woman.
better
Man
than
of
Wonder
Steel.
Woman.
The first one?
Yeah.
Man of
It
Steel's
might be
number
Wonder
one.
Woman.
Man of Steel's one.
Man of Steel is really good.
And then it's Wonder
I
Woman,
think.
Shazam, and Aquaman are the next three. And Blue Beetle. Shout out Blue Beetle.
Oh yeah,
Blue Beetle is actually really
Blue
good.
Beetle's actually
You never watched
good.
it.
You said it was trash.
No, I didn't. From day one, I liked that movie, bro.
Blue Beetle's
it
actually
you?
good. No, I like Blue Beetle.
No one said it was trash.
Dang,
It was
I gotta
you because
see.
you never watched it.
I didn't say that.
Shout out Sholo Manuelius.
Anyway.
Yeah. Shout
Alright.
out, Sholo.
Well,
Oh, that's why.
no.
Okay.
I hadn't even watched Cobra Kai at that point.
All right.
Nah, Blue Beetle's good. Shout out the Flash.
What's your?
No, I'm kidding.
Low
What's
key,
your pick?
that's probably it for me for like nerd stuff.
Okay.
But actually, no. It's not Christmassy really at all. But Star Wars 5 specifically.
I was gonna say
It's not
I watched
Christmas.
all the like Star Wars movies
during winter.
Yeah,
It's
Every
it's a
time.
tradition.
It's not
Yeah.
Christmas,
later
but
Max.
there's something about it that just gives off, especially 5 starting in Hoth. Just
Mhm.
gives off
Yeah.
winter vibes.
yeah,
Yeah.
That's a movie we always
That's a good one.
watch during
Yeah.
Christmas.
yeah. That's a good one.
That's great. My next pick, we'll go to Star Wars. I tried to do like Marvel, DC, Star Wars. So we're gonna ignore the obvious Star Wars Christmas special from way back in the day. If you have not heard of this, just look up something about it. It's one of the most wild things. No, it's the most wild thing before Episode 9 that Star Wars has ever done. And I mean wild as in bad.
Save your time. Don't I know he just told you guys to look it up. Do not look it up. Don't go down that rabbit hole, please.
For Star Wars, there's not too much Christmas related Star Wars stuff, but in Star Wars, the Christmas that they have in universe is called Life Day. It's like a Wookiee holiday, and I'm not going to go into all the lore behind it. But there's a pretty good comic run. I think it's 3 or 4 issues. It's called Star Wars Life Day, and it essentially tells like anthology stories centered around Life Day in the Star Wars universe.
Is that where that Funko Pop is from?
It is?
That's actually pretty
Show-
cool.
Show the people.
The
Chewie
robe on.
in his Life Day uniform, in his red robe with a Life Day orb.
This is actually sick.
Yeah.
His head feels like
Yeah, it's flocked.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, that's cool.
But the comics, the first one is about Han and Chewie and a story that they have centered around Life Day, post Return of the Jedi. But they're just, fun, simple stories to read that are in the Star Wars universe, and they're written really well. So I would recommend that if you want Star Wars. Yeah.
Cool. I'm still dying. I just tweaked out saying Shazam. I keep thinking about it, and I already know when I watch it back, I'm gonna be like, that's getting posted, by the way. That's getting posted 100%.
You want me to leave it?
Yeah.
All
leave it,
right.
leave it. Actually, send it to me before.
Yeah, for sure.
Anyway, I guess we got the big 3: Marvel, DC, Star Wars. Moving on, to just the classics. I gotta bring up A Charlie Brown Christmas. Not necessarily nerd project, not necessarily nerd property, but Charlie Brown Christmas is one of my favorite. It's definitely my into the top 2 Christmas movie things that I need to watch every year.
Yeah.
And here's the album back here.
It inspired our graphics for
Yep.
for this episode.
Yeah.
I also Charlie Brown is my favorite Christmas thing, of all time. Just for the simplicity, there's 2 reasons why. Number 1, it's super relatable. Charlie and his sadness during Christmas time gets more and more relatable the older you
real.
get, where it's
Yeah.
like, as a kid, you're like, why is this dude so upset? And then you get to Christmas time and as an adult, and you're like stressed out, and there's stuff going on, you're worried, and it's just all overwhelming, and you're like, dang, this little dude was onto something.
Yeah, for real.
And then I love the message overall, that boiling down what Christmas is truly about, and how we can easily lose sight of it in all the commercialism and consumerism that Christmas is about today. When it's celebrating Jesus, it's celebrating his birth and that whole story. So yeah, it's one of the top ones.
Yeah, for sure. I'm actually gonna go. It's not really a classic because it's pretty recent. But I personally have it probably in my top 3 Christmas movies of all time. Klaus on Netflix.
Klaus is good.
I was not expecting anything from this movie the first time we watched it.
Yeah.
I remember the movie ended and everyone was like, yo, that was like amazing.
Phenomenal.
Like I watch it every year now. It's really like one of the only 3 or 4 that I make sure I watch every year. Yeah. It's such a good movie.
Yeah. I love Klaus. Also, mentioned it earlier, Polar Express.
Yep.
For sure.
Do you guys agree with people that say it's terrible and
no,
it's creepy?
No,
Polar Express is the best Christmas movie. That's my favorite. It's Polar Express and then Charlie Brown.
I didn't realize that.
Polar Express is so good. Dang. I need to watch it every year. Best Christmas movie.
I love Polar Express. We always do it in our family Christmas Eve.
Yep.
It's on Christmas Eve. It's like the last thing you watch before
we watch it right before bed.
Yeah. It's just the best. We love it.
Yep.
So you guys let us know in the comments, what are your have to nerd projects for Christmas time, or just some of your favorite Christmas movies in general. Give us a list of stuff that you love to check out during this season, and let us know what you thought of ours when you check them out. So next we're gonna talk about the rest of the year with Yo Nerd.
All right, y'all. So the rest of the year is looking like we have some stuff going on. Next week, or I guess this week by the time the episode releases, we got Skeleton Crew as well as Creature Commandos. The following week, unfortunately, we have Craven coming out. Another Sony Pictures movie. They have yet to make me feel good about walking out of the theater, unless it's Spider-Verse with the live actions.
Yeah.
No, we're not rocking with those. And then the following week, which I am excited for, and you guys are excited for as well.
Oh yeah.
Sonic 3. We finally get Shadow.
Let's go.
I'm so hyped.
Go.
I'm so hyped about Shadow.
If we can get to 200 subscribers before Sonic 3, we will dress up in Sonic onesies. I will be Sonic.
No.
Noah will be
Tails.
Heck no, I'm not being Tails.
Will be Knuckles.
We already decided he's Tails.
I'm not
It's
Tails.
already out into the world.
I'm
it's
Shadow.
already out into the world.
I'm Shadow. We all
Noah,
agree
you're
on
the
this.
youngest.
Shadow.
You be
I'm
Tails.
Shadow.
You have to be
I'm Shadow.
You're not Shadow.
You even said he's Tails. You're Tails.
White Shadow, maybe.
I'm Shadow. All right. Shadow. You're Tails.
No, I'm not Tails, bro.
He was your favorite.
No, he was not.
Yeah, you said he was.
No, Silver was my favorite.
Give me your
Don't let this man
guys'
spread lies.
so we can look back on this. Give me your expectations going into those 4 projects: Skeleton Crew, Creature Commandos, Craven, and Sonic 3.
No expectations.
What do you think it's going? What do you think you're gonna?
Skeleton Crew's
feel
gonna be
like?
trash.
I have no expectations for those 2 shows.
Really?
I'll just say
I have
that
more
right now.
expectation for Creature Commandos.
The beginning of the DCU?
Yeah, I'm saying I have more expectation for that. Skeleton Crew is gonna be a calm 3 out of 10. It's gonna be terrible. We haven't had a good Star Wars since season 2 of Mandalorian.
You didn't like Obi-Wan?
Andor?
No,
The
not
Andor disrespect. I'm so tired of the Andor disrespect.
Zion.
Andor has a
take out
very, very good 3 episodes.
You take out the prison, it's legitimately it's bottom tier. Anyway, Craven's gonna be
-2 out of 10, bro.
What's so sad about it is the director recently came out in an interview and he was basically pleading with us. He was like, "All right, I know it's a Sony movie, but please
That's
give
so
Craven
sad.
a chance."
That is actually so sad that you have to beg your audience to give the movie a chance.
That's it. I felt bad for him.
I
I'm
feel
like,
bad.
Dang.
I will say though, it looks better than Morbius and Madam Web, which isn't
It
saying
does.
really anything at all. But
no. I got hope for this movie. This movie's about to be great.
What?
I'm kidding.
Oh,
I actually don't think it'll be that bad though.
I think it'll be probably the best of the Sony
That's not saying a lot.
I think
It's
it'll be
not,
better
but, hey.
than Venom 1, which is probably the best I've seen, which
Venom 1 is trash.
hated that movie. People like that movie. I can't stand Venom 1.
Okay, I didn't think that movie was bad. I didn't think that movie was good.
Nah, bro.
Oh my gosh. I recently, like this past week at Thanksgiving, I got into a debate with somebody who said Venom 3 was good.
What was their argument?
They didn't really have one. They just said, their argument was that you go into the movie just like, you just enjoy it for what it is. Which,
I tried.
yes, and that's what I said.
But I was like,
I tried, bro.
twice.
I was like, I couldn't just enjoy it for what it was because none of it made sense.
And it wasn't funny. It wasn't even like I could try to enjoy it. Like,
Yeah. No, there's no way.
But anyway, Craven, I think will be better than all of those. It better be, because I'll walk out the
if
theater
it's
halfway
worse
through.
than Venom 3, I will never watch another Sony movie again, and I can promise you that. I promise you. There's no way it's actually is worse than that.
Yeah.
And then Sonic, it's gonna be
3
good.
is about
Sonic's
to
gonna
be
be good.
It's gonna be good.
fire, bro.
Do you
I'm
prefer
so
1 or
hyped.
2?
That's a good
I
question.
like
Because
2 better.
1's better. If we're being real,
Nah.
like stop being blinded by the fact that you got Knuckle and Tails and you saw them all running. Also,
I mean,
the fact
I'm
that they
never
have
going
super
to
speed
a-
is so stupid.
Who? Tails,
Knuckle and Tails.
That is the one part.
Why
that
is
bothers
Knuckles
me a
almost
little
as fast
bit.
as Sonic when they're running next to each other? Knuckles
It
is
is true.
supposed to be able to float and punch.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
That's true.
They had to give him something though, because Sonic is just so much more powerful. But I
He
will
trashed
say,
on Sonic. Yeah, it's fine.
I will say, Sonic 2 for me is better, just because it felt more Sonic-y. The first Sonic movie didn't really feel like any Sonic stuff.
That's
It's just vibe. But Sonic is my guy. Like as a kid, my hero was Batman and Sonic. Like those
that's
two
a lie.
were. What?
You were dressing up as Superman as a kid.
1 year and
Multiple times.
I was.
You were not
forced
wearing
to wear
Batman
that, bro.
onesies. You were wearing Superman onesies.
I was forced to wear that, and it was when
Superman
Superman Returns
pillowcase.
Superman Returns came out, so there was a lot of Superman stuff in the store.
There's
I
not a single
forgot,
picture
bro.
of this guy with Batman anything. You were a Superman fan.
No, I
Dad
literally
turned
have
you.
no. I literally have
Your heroes
pictures
were
of me.
Sonic and Aang.
One
Let's be
day,
real.
one day, I'll tell the story of why Batman was so meaningful to me at a young age.
All right, yeah, but we don't care.
But anyway, Sonic has always had a very special place in my life, so I'm hyped for Sonic 3. I don't know how Kraven's gonna be. I actually have some high expectations for Skeleton Crew. I think
bro.
from
He
what
does
I've
it
seen,
every single
Why?
Star Wars project he's
Why-
tried.
why do you still have
It's like
hope?
him with Batman. He will never give up.
Why do you
He
still
said
have
this for
hope?
Obi-Wan, for Ahsoka, for Boba
Oh,
Fett.
I didn't say for Obi-Wan or Ahsoka.
Yes,
You
did.
definitely
were
had high
excited
hopes for Obi-Wan. We
No,
all
I
did.
did not.
Yes,
We
you
all
were.
did.
You
No,
were,
I could
Zion.
tell from the first trailer. I said that something's not right about this.
Well,
I can tell from a trailer, and the Skeleton Crew trailers have actually been solid. And I'm not gonna lie,
I
the
think I've
little
actually
elephant
finished
dude
one.
in it.
Didn't you think the Boba Fett trailer looked good too?
No.
He had high hopes for Acolyte too.
All right, the Acolyte did
Science
bamboozle
every
me a little
time.
bit.
Give up. Give up.
I think the tone that they're going for is gonna really work. I think
hope
it's gonna
so.
be great. I think it's gonna feel like the original trilogy, but updated. I love that they have a cast of kids in there. I think it's gonna bring a fun energy that we haven't had in a while. And Creature Commandos, I'm mixed on because I think it's gonna be a good show, but it's a weird start to the DCU for me.
Yeah.
And I'm a little bit tired at this point of like everything being rated R. I'm a little tired of that. I think I get it for the project, it makes sense, but I'm like, the fact that it is rated R like bars so many younger people from being able to
That's
watch.
true.
And then it's a weird way to introduce everyone to this world. And then it becomes a problem of like, how are things gonna cross over? Like,
Yeah.
there's already talk of these characters being in the Superman movie.
Yeah.
Like Rick Flag Sr. I don't know who else. They're gonna be in Superman. They've already said. So it's like, it's just this weird. I'm a little hesitant, not about the show, but about its use in the DCU.
Yeah, now that I think about it, it is a lot that's like rated R now.
Yeah.
Because like you have Deadpool and Wolverine,
Mm-hmm.
you have Penguin. Like, there's all these shows that, or these projects that, how are you gonna integrate it with the things that aren't?
Yeah. And I get it. A lot of people like rated R stuff. That's probably more of a personal thing for me, where I actually don't prefer like the really gory stuff or all the language. That takes away from it for me. But I think it also, like, we need to be careful about making everything like that, because it's so important to have superheroes for the next generation. Mm-hmm. Like, we were introduced to all these superheroes through the movies that we watched. Right. But if we're creating content that is so much content that's not for them, then it's like, how will they get introduced to these characters? So I'm not saying everything is, but that's just my one gripe, I think, with the show and with the direction overall. So we'll see.
Yep.
We'll see. But that's the rest of the year. So please follow, subscribe. We need the support. We've really appreciated all you guys being here. Developing this new community has been so cool. So we're just excited to end out the year strong and get ready for the craziness that is 2025.
Let's go.
Yeah.
All right, guys, like always, thank you for watching. I know we didn't really have like a dedicated news this week. That was kind of in our last segment where we talked about what's coming for the rest of the year. But like always, thank you for watching. Follow us on Instagram, TikTok, subscribe to us on YouTube. We're going to start posting more for you guys, funny clips, and we will see you guys next week.